Gigi Hadid, one of the world's most recognized supermodels, has always lived much of her life in the spotlight. From runway shows and fashion campaigns to magazine covers and public appearances, her career has been built on visibility, style, and the admiration of millions. Yet behind the glamour, she has also faced personal challenges that few people fully understand, including a health condition that affects her body, her energy levels, and the way she relates to her work and public image. At the heart of this story is Hashimoto's disease, a chronic condition that affects the thyroid gland. The thyroid plays a central role in regulating metabolism, energy, hormones, and even mood. In Hashimoto's disease, the immune system mistakenly attacks the thyroid gland, leading to inflammation and reduced function. As thyroid activity decreases, the body can exhibit a wide range of symptoms, including fatigue, weight changes, mood shifts, and physical discomfort. While the disease can affect anyone, it is more common in women and often appears in early adulthood. Hadid has been open about living with Hashimoto's for several years now. In recent discussions with journalists, she shared how the condition has deeply impacted both her professional life and her emotional well-being. She described how, over time, her metabolism began to change like crazy, forcing her to reassess how she approached her work, her body, and her own sense of self. For most people, weight fluctuations and physical changes can be sensitive topics, but for a high-profile model like Hadid, the scrutiny is intense. The fashion world and social media have a long history of judging and commenting on her appearance, sometimes harshly and without empathy. Hadid revealed that comments from observers about her weight and shape have been especially hurtful. She explained that many onlookers didn't realize she was managing a medical condition that inherently affects body composition and energy levels. In the past, Hadid had chosen to focus on maintaining strength and muscle rather than striving for any extreme or superficial ideal. During a major runway event, she said she actively worked against losing more weight, instead focusing on building muscle in the right place. Rather than obsessing over numbers on a scale, her priority became feeling physically balanced and comfortable in her own body. Her experience with Hashimoto's forced her to confront a much larger truth about how she had been internalizing public expectations. Hadid acknowledged that people can be cruel when discussing someone else's body, especially when that person has chosen a highly visible career. She shared that in moments of frustration or stress, she needed simple, effective ways to release tension. One technique she highlighted was something she learned from her own mother, screaming into a pillow. Far from a dramatic gesture, she described it as a surprisingly effective physical release, especially when the pressure to appear perfect felt overwhelming. Her candid discussion about Hashimoto's is part of a broader effort by Hadid to humanize her journey and to push back against harmful stereotypes about body image. Rather than hide her struggles or pretend everything is always effortless, she has chosen to speak honestly about the challenges she faces. This honesty serves a dual purpose. It helps her process her own experience, and it also encourages others who might be dealing with similar issues to feel less alone. Living with a chronic condition like Hashimoto's requires many adjustments, both physically and mentally. For Hadid, this has meant working with healthcare professionals to manage her thyroid levels through medication. While such medication can help regulate thyroid function and ease symptoms, it's not a cure. The disease is a lifelong condition that requires ongoing management. Even with appropriate treatment, the body's response can vary, and symptoms may ebb and flow. What makes Hadid's situation especially compelling is a refusal to let public perception dictate her confidence. Instead of reacting defensively to every comment about her appearance, she has used her platform to encourage empathy, awareness, and compassion. She has spoken about how important it is for people, especially young women and social media users, to understand that outward appearance doesn't tell the full story. There's always context, nuance, and unseen struggle behind what others display to the world. Her message is grounded in authenticity. Instead of retreating when faced with criticism, Hadid chooses vulnerability. She acknowledges that everyone feels pressure, whether they are a global celebrity or an ordinary person scrolling through social media. By sharing her personal techniques of coping, such as vocal release and physical self-care, she reminds her audience that emotional stress is real and that finding ways to navigate it is essential for overall health. In fact, her openness about Hashimoto's resonates far beyond the fashion industry. Thyroid conditions affect millions of people globally, yet they are often misunderstood or dismissed as minor concerns. Through her visibility, Hadid has helped bring attention to the real struggles that many people experience. By talking about her daily life, the frustration of weight changes, and the misconceptions she has faced, she is making space for a more informed public conversation about autoimmune disease and body image. Furthermore, her story also touches on deeper themes of self-acceptance and resilience. Rather than defining herself by external standards, Hadid frames her health experience as part of a broader journey towards self-respect. She emphasizes that managing a condition like Hashimoto's involves honoring your body's needs, not punishing for changes that are beyond your control. In sharing her journey, Hadid also pays homage to the role of family support and personal growth. Her willingness to speak candidly reflects a level of emotional maturity and self-awareness that comes with years of navigating not just a demanding career, but also the expectations that come with fame. Her journey encourages others to view health and well-being as multidimensional, encompassing physical, emotional, and psychological elements. Ultimately, Hadid's narrative about Hashimoto's disease is more than just a celebrity health update. It's a story about confronting challenges that many people around the world face daily. It's about learning to love your body through change, understanding that wellness is not a destination but a lifelong process, and finding practical, even unconventional ways to cope with tension and stress. By choosing to speak up, Hadid has offered her audience a valuable reminder that health conditions don't disqualify anyone from living fully, nor should they be the source of shame. Her journey continues to inspire and educate, helping to shift social conversations toward empathy, understanding, and authenticity.